Hey, Coach McKee here. I'm with Coach Brian Pitts, the Director of Coaching for South Dakota Soccer. And we're here at an ODP training weekend here in Rapid City. And, you know, we've got training going on in both ends of the states this week. So I wanted to talk to Coach Pitts to kind of quiz him about where he sees ODP going. Well, thanks for coming on, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
So what do you have for numbers this year in terms of teams and players?
You know, the last time I looked, and I'm not the best at this, but I want to say we had like 170 players, and we've got a pretty solid core in all the age groups. The 92 boys, I think, are a little soft, and we didn't send us. I don't want to say soft, but soft on numbers, and I think the 97 boys are a little shy on numbers. I know the 97 girls are also shy on numbers. We didn't get the participation from the youngest kids that we expected, but I think that will develop over time as people learn more about what ODP is. But I do think we've got a lot of the better players playing, and I do think we've got some very strong age groups in the 93 girls, the 94 girls, the 95 boys, the 96 boys. I think those are all strong groups, and I think there's going to be a lot of good experiences had at camp this year.
You know, I've been around ODP for a long time, and there are some teams that I remember along the way, like the 84 boys were really good. I don't think that they were ever beaten by Nebraska or Iowa or Minnesota. The 88 boys were spectacular. And watching these 95 boys here a couple weeks ago, I get the same feeling about that bunch of guys.
They're a neat group. So,
going down the roster, like you have really some pretty top-level coaches in the state working with you this year too.
You know, and that's been a huge bonus. We've got a lot of great coaches. You know, Danielle's got the 95 boys. He's got his A license. It's a great group for him to be working with. He can really share with them a lot of knowledge. Steve Burkhalter's got his B. He's got the 94 girls. You know, and I think it's good for him and it's good for the girls to have that level of coaching.
Yeah.
In addition to those guys, you know, having coaches like yourself that have been around the game and done it for a long time. Coach Derry from Jeremy Tesai out at Dakota Wesleyan, that have coached at a higher level, coached in the high school ranks where winning and losing is on the line every match, and then also in the college where you make your money and you keep your job by winning games. You know, so I think those coaches and that mentality and that exposure has been good. But you can't discount Chris Limmer's doing a great job with the 97 boys.
You got Russ Townsend in there, the Lincoln coach, and
he's won
a
2
great
state
coach,
championships.
Coach Cogley for presentation. So that's really a great lineup of coaches. So you know the teams start. We've got a mini camp in Pierre, then we got another one before we go to camps, the regional camps. Where all are we sending teams to camps this year?
Well, the boys go to Rockford, Illinois. And they'll be playing there in Rockford at the Sports Source, I believe it's called, and then our Sports Score. And then the girls are going to be in DeKalb, Northern Illinois. And I think that location will change next year, but that's where they're going to be this year. They've got a decent bus ride ahead of them when they leave, but I think they're going to have a good time. I think they're going to see some good talent. I think they're going to face some adversity, but I think that more so than ever, in my experience with ODP, that they're going to be prepared. You know, we've taken a lot of time to work with them and really kind of, try to focus their training to get them prepared to compete in that environment.
Well, I know I, for one, having seen the build-up of ODP before and then kind of the backing off, and I'm just totally blown away by how you guys have got this many players and this many coaches in just your first year of really rebuilding the program. So a great job.
It's not easy. There's been a lot of people working.